Hello everybody, how you doing? Today, yesterday, the news has been brought out. Kamala Harris, Kamala Antonio, what's his name is, has been charged with murder. Which everybody knew he was going to be charged with murder, but Black Lives Matter don't really care about that. They just want to make a big deal about stuff and everything. But here's another thing is, a 2 weeks ago, a 7-year-old black boy was killed by a black guy. And nothing was said about it. But like that little white guy kill a black boy, oh yeah, they say something. But when a black person kills a white boy, they don't care about that. They say they deserve it. But if black on black kills each other, they don't say nothing. So this is why I say Black Lives Matter are hypocrites. And I don't care if
the
they like it
subject
or not. Here you go.
of the conversation, I ain't talking about it. Let's go to Jacksonville, where thugs decided that they were going to shoot a op, is what they call it, their enemy, and they end up taking the life of a 7-year-old boy.
A feud between two local gangs linked to a 7-year-old's tragic death in Jacksonville. That's according to new information from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Breon Allen Jr. was shot and killed in the Commonwealth neighborhood on Jacksonville's west side back in January.
And now police say the crime is related to last year's murder of Charles Jones, a Jacksonville rapper known as Julio Foolio. Jones was ambushed during his birthday celebration in Tampa last June. This is the shocking surveillance video from that night when Jones fled as a group chased him with guns in the parking lot of a Holiday Inn. Police say Jones is driving the black sedan while that group runs him down and fires multiple shots at the car. Both Allen's and Jones' deaths gained lots of attention statewide, with a reward of up to $25,000 once offered in the 7-year-old's case. And these are the 4 men in custody in Allen's case, each facing second-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and attempted first-degree murder charges. News4Jax reporter Alicia Hatcher digging through the documents to find how JSO made these arrests.
These are the 4 arrest warrants of the man connected to the death of Breon Allen Jr. and injuring his cousin Lafayette Mingo Jr. These documents give great detail into how the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office connected these 4 men to this case to make an arrest. In the warrants, investigators explain the 4 men are members or associates of the group 6 Block, and the shooting that took Allen's life was motivated to the purpose to benefit, promote, and or further the interests of the criminal gang. Allen's cousin Mango is a documented gang associate of the group ATK, according to police. Investigators say an ongoing feud between the 2 gangs led to the death of Charles Jones, also known as Julio Foolio, last year. Following Jones's death, Mango released a song called 6 Ways to Die, featuring another rapper who police say is also a gang member of ATK. In the song, Mango disses several 6 Block members who have died and references a photo that members of a 6 Block took at a gravesite. This brings us to the day Allen lost his life. After the shooting took place, a witness called 911 and told them that they saw the suspects flee the scene in a black car. From there, investigators began canvassing the area, recovering video from nearby businesses. Hours later, they found the suspect's car, which was a black Kia where a BMW met them after the shooting. Investigators searched the black Kia where they found a match to the spent rifle casings found at the scene. The following day, detectives requested cell phone data from the location of the murder and where the black Kia was found. Records reveal the data showed the 4 suspects were at both locations. Detectives also learned that the BMW involved belonged to one of the suspects' family members. Cell phone data and video surveillance connected the 4 men accused of Allen's death at the scene of the shooting. JSO says more arrests could be expected in this case. For now reporting, Alicia Hatcher, Channel 4, the local station.
He was 7. He didn't deserve it. He was a kid. And these thugs mowed him down. But let me add this. Do you know why you haven't heard of this story? Many of you haven't heard of this story. Do you know why there's no T-shirts? Do you know why you don't see Benjamin Crump? You don't see the NAACP? You don't see your favorite actors and comedians and celebrities talking about it? Because these 7 thugs gunned down a 7-year-old black kid. Put the clip on. Put the clip of the young man. If this doesn't infuriate you, I don't know what will. D.L. Hughley, Ari Spears, all of you cowards that come out every single day of the week and cried. You cried yourself to sleep because a white woman said the N-word to a kid. But these young boys murdered this kid. When I saw his picture, I said, I can't look at it. I can't look at it. Because I'm incredibly sad and disappointed that this young boy, as cute as he is, had a future, had a promise, had a dream. People loved him, and his life was cut short because thugs. And the part that bothered me more, or like second to him actually losing his life, is the fact that why aren't people supporting him? Why does his GoFundMe look like completely, like it's completely irrelevant compared to others? This little baby, who obviously had a future, who wasn't involved in gang activity, who wasn't running from the police, wasn't pulling guns on nobody, looked like he was a little football player, probably had dreams and aspirations to be great one day. His life was cut short. And how much money have they raised for him? $14,000. $14,000? Carmelo Anthony decided to stab a white kid in the heart. He raised $500,000. Now, I'm not doing this because I need y'all to pat me on the back and say no, but I want to support this kid's family. I told my people we need to reach out to mama or whoever's putting on this GoFundMe so we can figure out what else do they need, because it breaks my heart to see a baby, a 7-year-old boy, lose his life over complete foolery. And so we, as Officer Tatum, we're going to donate and help. I think I'm committed. I'll give $1,000 to help. And while maybe after the show I'll do it, you'll see it pop up. So don't think I'm out here making up something. But I want you guys that are watching this, as you listen to the story and you see the developments as to what happened, I want you to make up in your heart, do you want to support? And I'm going to ask you, you're going to give $5, you can give $20, you give something. The woman who called a kid an N-word got $500,000 in her GoFundMe. A black kid stabbed a white kid in the heart, he got $500,000 in his GoFundMe. There's got to be thousands of people watching this. You ain't got to give $1,000 like we will. But I want you to give something. And then when you give, just say that Officer Tatum sent you. Why would I want you to say that? It's not for me. It's because I want this family to know that there's people outside of the community that care about them and that want what's best for the family, that they lost this kid. All right? Now, you don't have to give. I didn't even know I was going to say this. But you don't have to give if you don't want to. It's just if it's on your heart like it's on mine, you can give something, even if it's like $5. All right, let's continue to talk about this. Play the clip of the police chief who articulated very clearly what happened in this scenario.
He ended up confessing and telling who else was involved in the murder of 7-year-old Breon. That is a huge, huge relief.
Has that been a long ongoing case, or?
It's been three weeks. A month.
Someone killed a 7-year-old?
7-year-old, yeah.
Why?
Because they're cruel animals who don't care about the life of a 7-year-old.
Stop.
Who was walking with a...
I want you to put this in perspective. Chief is 100% right. Now, I want you to put this in perspective. If 7 white kids shot a black kid, he'll have $10 million in his GoFundMe. If this chief was white and said that about the 7 thugs that killed this young man, people be mad at him. I'm just stating the obvious. If this was a white man saying they're animals, people be mad at him even though they killed the 7-year-old. So I'm glad that there's men like this who are chiefs who are willing to stand up and tell the truth in the face of potential backlash. It is what it is. These are animals. These 7 thugs had no business shooting at somebody that had a kid, with a little kid, because they were shooting at somebody else while he was walking with the kid and ended up killing the kid. Roll the clip.
Another kid who was not a kid, but a young man who was the actual target. So instead of them holding up and waiting to get him alone, or not doing it at all, they decided to open fire, killing a 7-year-old child.
So what's going to happen? That's life sentence?
It could be. That's a good chance that could be a first-degree murder. If that's a first-degree murder, they stand the up.
So let's go to some of the detailed situations that we need to establish when talking about this incident. The gang connection. The young man who was targeted I think he was 21 years old. He was 21 years old, and he's a part of a gang. Although I do feel sorry for young people that get themselves caught up in gangs and end up getting killed, I don't feel sorry that he was getting shot at because he shouldn't be participating in no gang anyway, and he probably would have did it to them, or he did something to them. That's why they coming for him. He is the reason why that young kid lost his life, 100%. It was a rival gang, and this is when the problems ensued. Suspects and charges. 6 suspects ranging between the age of 17 and 24. 17 and 24. The people who are activists in the black community would never say this to you because they don't give a F about black people. This is a big problem in the inner cities of our country. Most of these young men who are dying are between 16 and 35. Most of the young men who are doing life in prison for killing other black people are between 16 and 35. Our young generation of Americans of African descent are literally dying every day either by gunfire or by jail time. These young men, 17 to 24, life's over. So not only does a 7-year-old lose his life in the black community, the kid that's with him is probably going to go to jail, and the 6 suspects are all going to do life in prison. So if you do the math, that's 8 lives gone in one incident that probably took, 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 8 people gone forever. But your favorite celebrity will never talk about this. They won't give money. Let's see. I put this out here when we promote it on our social media on other platforms. I may just do a direct ask. Let's see what celebrity name pop up to give money on this. Let's see. I want you to see what celebrity. I want you to see what activist that's out here crying every time a white person do something, that's out here supporting Carmelo Anthony. Which activist is going to give something? They ain't got to give $1 million. Give something to this family. They're going to be charged with second-degree murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy. The shooters who were identified are 2 shooters. Both are 17, but I believe that they snitched and told who else was involved, thank God. Rifle casings matched the suspect vehicle, which placed the suspect at the crime scene. So this little kid not only got shot, but he was hit with a high-velocity weapon, high-velocity round, an AR-15 round. Not a 9mm, not a 40, but an AR-15 eviscerates people. And that little kid got hit with an AR-15 round. The chief says, Chief Waters, that it was a planned attack, it was targeted, and it was a completely unnecessary, as you heard him say on the clip. Breon's mother urged the public to keep his memories alive and thank the police for swift arrests in the response. There's no t-shirts for Breon. There's no GoFundMe, but a $14,000 GoFundMe, which you can't do nothing with $14,000, and his future was worth more than $14,000. I don't know what to do about it. I want to help. I don't know this lady, you know what I'm saying? But losing your baby is never a good thing. I want to give mama a hug. I wish I had enough money to make sure mama be okay. Make sure this kid's legacy will never die. I literally, I don't know. What do we do? Because if this kid was killed by a white person, they'll be selling t-shirts, fundraisers, press conferences. What do we do? I don't know what to do. All I can do is donate. I'm going to try to contact the family, and hopefully we can make a difference, because it's senseless murders. And I feel like we can't always support thugs and not support real victims. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all of these people who were actively involved in criminal activity, all of these people who were actively fighting the police or involved in some form of fashion where violence was perpetuated against police, and they get millions of dollars, and they get statues, and family get invited to the White House, and they do all these things. But a 7-year-old who didn't have nothing to do with this, who was not a gangbanger, who was not thugging, who was not knee-deep in the dope game.
There you go. As you see there, Black Lives Matter don't really give a fuck about black lives. Now you see what he said. That dude, Carmelo, whatever his name, killed somebody, got a $250,000, a white woman said the N-word, got money. Black Lives Matter do not care about black people. Y'all gotta wake up and realize that. The Black Lives Matter don't give a fuck about the black community. At all. They only care about making fucking money on people's deaths. Also, another topic, SOP C9s. And in my other things too, I'm making key changes as well. I'm just doing it there. Not trying, that's separate from what I'm saying. But Black Lives Matters do not care about black lives. Everybody out there supporting Black Lives Matters gotta wake up. They do not give 2 shits about the black community. At all. At all. They don't give two shits about the black community at all. They don't care you black. As long as they can make a big deal about getting money out of this only, that's all they care about. Okay, so people will say, oh, Black Lives Matter. No, Black Lives Matter don't matter. Your life matters. They just use it as a scam. The 4 people who own the Black Lives Matter community are in a white community, live in big ass houses. They only show up when they think they're going to get money somehow. And it sickens me that young black boy who's 7 years old is starting out life to lose his life. Camaro dude was a known menace, a known troublemaker, and everything. Okay? Get that through your skull. Black Lives Matter do not care about black people. They care about making money off of black people. I know some people want to say they don't like it, but fuck y'all. Good night.